Blog Talk Radio. Women have the power to transform this world. We can end crime and violence if we all agree to do one thing: share. Let's share our wisdom, share our time, share our talent, share our finances, but most of all, let's share our love. This is the Female Solution. Join me, Naima Latif, every morning, 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. Central Standard Time, as we bring you stimulating discussions about the issues affecting our lives. If you're listening online at www.blogtalkradio.com/the-female-solution, press the blue button that says follow and get our daily topics every morning directly to your email and your smartphone. Hi, I'm Naima Latif, Executive Producer of the Female Solution Radio Show. We invite you to call in 515-605-9325 and participate in this daily think tank as we examine the challenges we face and develop solutions that restore peace and harmony. We are global transformers, changing the world from the way it is to the way it should be. We are one. Wherever we live on this earth, we are one human family. On behalf of our team of radio hosts, I'd like to extend a greeting to all the members of our family, whenever and wherever you may be listening around the world. To our family in China, Ni Hao. In India, Namaste. In Japan, Konnichiwa. In Korea, Annyeonghaseyo. In Russia, Здравствуйте. In Germany, Guten Tag. In Poland, Dzień dobry. In France, bonjour. In Spain, hola. In Italy, ciao. In Egypt, ahlan wa sahlan. In Ghana, akwaba. In Nigeria, peleo. In South Africa, sawubona. In Senegal, nangadef. In Kenya, jambo. In Israel, shalom. In Pakistan, Afghanistan, and Saudi Arabia, assalamu alaikum. Greetings, and may peace be upon you all.
Is Monday morning a struggle to get out of bed, into the swing of things? Well, don't worry, you are not alone. Join us for thought-provoking, stimulating, and mindful conversations on higher learning with Zelda Speaks for your Monday morning mindfulness sessions on Blog Talk Radio, The Female Solution, Mondays, 7:30 until 9 a.m. Be sure and send your ideas, thoughts, comments, and suggestions. Also, if you'd like to be a guest on the show, visit ZeldaSpeaks.com and send us your info. We'd love to have you. Experience mindfulness moments with the mindfulness/stress relief coach, Zelda Speaks. And thanks for sharing the mindfulness moment tip of the day. Stay on purpose, stay empowered, and stay tuned to your next session of Mindfulness on Higher Learning with Zelda Speaks. Make it a mindful day. And thanks for listening.
Grand Rising. Thank you for joining us on another edition of the Female Solution. And today we'll be listening to Highlight Speak. And we want you to consider an idea that just may change everything in our society if we choose the thought of organizing to stop violence in the same way we organized we just finished our Mother's Day celebration yesterday, and all across the country, people were wishing women, acknowledging the sacrifice that mothers made in raising their children and in contributing to our world. Well, the origins of Mother's Day date back to the 1800s. And so many mothers lost sons in the violent battle between the northern states and the southern states over the issue of slavery. in the United States trying to establish holidays in favor of peace and against war. A common early activity was the meeting of groups of mothers whose sons had fought or died on opposite sides of the Civil War. See, one of the things that we have to remember is that there were a number of people who did not believe that that issue could have been or should have been resolved through violence. But apparently there wasn't any other way to stop a very powerful economic program in which people who had been imported unwillingly from Africa were forced into servitude. And in order to stop this system, which created extreme violence and created a culture of violence that we're still suffering from, the war had to be fought. And you had, just like today, you've got people living in the North who have relatives in the South. So what happens when you have people in the same family fighting each other? It's pretty horrible. Well, the Civil War ended in 1965. And in 1865. Maybe that's more like it. But the Civil War ended in 1865. And in 1868, Ann Jarvis created a committee to establish a Mother's Day friendship, a Mother's Friendship Day, the purpose of which was to reunite families that had been divided during the Civil War. Several years later, a Mother's Day observance on May 13, 1877, was held in Albion, Michigan. Later, in the early 1880s, the Methodist Episcopal Church in Albion, Michigan, set aside the second Sunday in May to recognize the special contribution of mothers. Well, of course, that idea, that observance spread and caught fire in the hearts of many who wanted to establish a day in which we reaffirm that we will not, as mothers, send our sons to kill each other. So today, Mother's Day is widely celebrated as a to others. As we look at the lives once again, with a movement to end violence between our youth in the same manner that the earlier mothers did, can we use the same programming to stop disease and make this world a better place to live? Well, on Higher Learning with Zelda Speaks, practice today's affirmations and see our world change one day at a time. Look at this thought of the mothers coming together. And just think about this. If the mothers of police officers came together with the mothers of those who have been stopped and searched and sometimes treated violently by police officers, what mothers were able to meet and talk about the fears that both sides have for their son life. And how can we remove, because this is really what is driving this extreme violence. Even racism is based on fear. What you believe someone else is going to do. And so you react to something they haven't done. And then once you've reacted, you justified by saying that's what they were going to do. All day long, we have this undercurrent of violence in our nation. And we have not been able to remove that all sides have of each other. And let's look at the game, whether it's sides of the neighborhood or different sides or different ethnic groups. We've got the Latino gangs and the American gangs, and we've had so much horrible gun violence. What of those groups came together and spoke about how can the hatred between our sons, just as those earlier Civil War. Can we do this? Been working in the vineyards to bring people together and to acknowledge the economic current that creates the violence. Let's welcome to our show our dear friend Reuben Fellows of the National Black Agenda. Thank you so much for joining us this morning on the Female Solution. Zelda speak.
Good morning, my dear sister and our family this morning. Just good to be here, and as always, you being the great connector, we appreciate you plug us into the airways.
Well, we appreciate you plugging us to the street. You know, when my sister suggested this, I had been thinking about even putting a thought out there with some people on the police force. Matter of fact, last year when I spoke briefly with Police Chief Eddie Johnson, I said, what do you think about together the families of the various factions of people who have been involved in the violence between the police and he said that's a great idea. So we know we have to at some point face, and we can't keep seeing the other as the enemy. Now, not just the men, it's also women who have been stopped and harassed. And I've been stopped on occasion. Maybe an officer saw that I was driving and forgot to turn on my headlights or something. But a fear that it must create in men who are stopped has to be astronomical. You ought to be able to drive if it's going to be the day that your life ends because somebody who is extremely paranoid decides to treat you like a criminal. So in your experience and your observation, do you think that if the women of the officers met and talked about it, could be the undercurrent of violence that we have, this undercurrent of fear that makes life perilous for black men in the cities of America?
Well, let me kind of add a little history to me answering the conversation. First of all, my niece is Rakia Boyd, who was killed by the off-duty officer who walked away with 5 counts free, shooting her in the head, leaving her in the street in the alley on the west side by Douglas Park for 2 hours, or maybe almost 2 hours, and she was across the street from Mount Sinai Hospital while they cover up a conversation and then take her to the hospital trauma center almost an hour and a half, 2 hours later, and we have to pull the plug on her the next day. So I want to just get a point of reference where I'm nowhere anti-police. My cousin's a police officer also. But we have a situation here. We'll go back to the Civil War. I am also the co-founder of the African American Heritage Museum and Black Veterans Archive, founded by Reverend Dr. Charles Smith, who's an ordained minister who has built 2 museums, one in New Orleans and one in Aurora, with no institutional training, and is worldwide renowned artist in folk art. Only museum recognizes 7,246 African American men and women who died in Vietnam, the only black-owned museum of its kind in the United States or anywhere, one in New Orleans and one in Aurora. So with that being said, a lot of people argue about that flag, the Confederate flag, and who fought on the North and South conversation. And then there's also Mr. Griffin, who had Griffin's Funeral Home on 33rd and King Drive, who flew a Confederate flag, a red, black, and green flag, and the American flag, all with a museum showcase at Griffin's Funeral Home. And I had the pleasure of calling him. This is years ago, but he was very strong on that flag conversation, which is a controversy, which he flew on King Drive. His flag, the Confederate flag, flew. I had the pleasure of talking. I used to have the documents, but Dr. Smith and him shared with me that there's not a flag in the world that black people can really protest, because blacks have fought in every war, whether it be volunteer or involuntary. Every flag has black blood running in it. So to disrespect the Confederate flag would be disrespectful to those brothers and sisters who fought on both sides of the war. People can debate and argue, but at the end of the day, we have fought in every major revolution on both sides, or in that one specifically, they identified us in that. And any flag in the world has black blood in it. We should honor it in the sense of our brothers and sisters who died. So that's a whole nother conversation. So when you pull that into the conversation of women and the police brutality thing, the best way to go about that is to talk to the women who are police officers, then get to the police officers' wives. So there's a coalition of black sisters I've had the pleasure of meeting at Ogden Park, who just did a big event, getting young girls, young black men and black girls prom dresses, and spent 2 days giving out hair, all this, donating to it. And they are a group of black African-American women dealing with domestic violence. It would be a good opportunity, strategic, because, I'm a strategist, to get to those sisters, to have a conversation on that culture, where they stand at, and how the best about go at them women who are officers who have been shooting black boys and black girls. I think that would be another strategy. And then the other strategy would be black women, as I say, it's an economic problem. We $680 billion that y'all carry and control, spending it mostly with white people that shoot your children. If we could get black women to redirect 20% of that money or whatever in protest. They just went downtown, did the cancer march. Black women went downtown for the march before that, and getting caught up in these white folk arguments on white folk stuff while we can't get with our woman back here on the block. We have to redirect that money that pay the police, redirect that money that pay the fire department. And when y'all decide to pull money away from these people, they'll decide to have a conversation on both sides of the flag and both sides of the country. And at the other end, black men should be held accountable. The same thing where they talked about Spike Lee. He was right on point, but he didn't deal with spiritual science. If black women use spiritually to make black men and black brothers and gang guys and black pastors and black politicians who are all religious and politically gang banging and not-for-profit, if it ain't going to be no food, ain't going to be no sex, it ain't going to be nothing till y'all come back here to see these children, until y'all sit down and have an atonement and fix this damn problem. I guarantee you black men would change that shit in the morning. That's just a little FYI.
All right, Brother Revis. I must remind you, this is a children-friendly show. But now, you did mention something that I think there's some exploration. Because, and I had the pleasure of being in the movie Chirac and kind of saw up close what his intentions were and using that
Greek mythology, whatever they call it.
Yes. That came out. Again, it was about women withholding sex in order to get more factions to sit down at the table of negotiation and end the fighting. So take on that, it had sincere efforts, but people didn't feel that, as you said, the spiritual science behind it was not so kind of more like soft porn, and they didn't feel that the message of ending the violence was strong enough to touch the hearts of people. But
they were hustling. They were hustling the moment.
But I do feel that many women who lost their children to gun violence were a part of the film, and there was a serious moment where they held up the picture of their lost loved one, and So, there really was a coming together of people who want the violence stop, but we don't often hear both sides. Like you said, there's the women who are all, and for many of them, they leave with the hope and the prayer that they come back alive, their loved ones feeling that they come back alive. And with women, there's always the feeling like I have to prove that I'm just as tough as the man over me. I have to prove that I'm not afraid. And so they might be the first one to pull out a gun and shoot just because of the pressure to prove it. So we need to have that conversation with them. If you're walking out here and you're afraid, you're actually a danger because you will more than likely respond with violence if you feel like you have to prove something or prove that you can't be intimidated. You're more than likely to shoot someone than the great big muscular guy who is confident and doesn't have to prove anything. That's just psychologically what happens. So, yeah, I think it's a great idea meeting with them, then those police officers, and they need to see the mothers of those whose children were shot down. And my goes out to you for your niece, Rakia Boyd, because that was certainly a travesty of justice. But no one really examined of somebody who would shoot into a gun, retrain. It's like what when you pull out this weapon, knowing that all of these people that you're pointing at could die, and they have nothing to do with whatever thing you're reacting to. So I think a lot of people are not really psychologically fit to even do the police force. They're too trigger happy. If you're a kid, you certainly should not be carrying a weapon because that will cause you to overreact.
Well, some people a lot of white officers become officers who may be nerds or become through racism to feel like that gun give you juice. So they have to be careful screening those guys who went to school as nerds, been bullied, and now join the police department and see the blacks in terms of racism, and they're a loose cannon. And I'll throw another monkey wrench in the game is this Miss Lightfoot who's running, what's her name, Lightfoot, who just come off the commission is now running for mayor. And again, black men, we're paranoid schizophrenic. My license is good. I don't have no background. When the police behind me, I'm sweating bullets, and I ain't never scared. But as you don't know, your heart starts to raise. You start sweating. This is black men with good license, with no background, riding in a car. Once you see that car gets behind you, your heart rate elevates, your pulse elevate. You're almost in a panic, depression state of mind, and hoping this officer don't pull you over because you don't know what could happen, how it could go. Based on, so people are not addressing that. That's post-traumatic stress, police driving behind you syndrome. That's another one. Then we have this thing where, I ain't anti nobody, gay, lesbian, do your own thing. As long as you ain't pushing on babies, I'm all right with do what you want to do, but don't push it. Black men now, just in case we pulled over, it got to be a discussion where people have alternative lifestyle that they don't like men no more for whatever reason they got in. Again, I'm not anti nobody, but I don't see how a woman that may be confused on her gender confused going to advocate for black men and then pull them over and then advocate for them not to go to jail, get arrested, and be put in jail. It becomes a conversation need to be had here, especially on a pat-down moment also. So we got some stuff going on too fast for us to catch up with that we need to stop and have a timeout. But going back to the spirituality, black women, and yesterday, and my mom passed. Her birthday was April 28th. I went and fell asleep on her memorial site last week. And so this is not putting all the weight on black women, but they trying to kill the first, the second, and third born. There's a bullseye on our back. Being a black man in America is two full-time jobs, whether anybody like it or not. We leave every morning wondering, is it going to be a loose square moment? Can I borrow a quarter? Is it going to be a black man kill you? Is it going to be a white man kill you? Is it going to be a black woman on the bus to move her purse? A black woman look like you're a thief, no matter if you got a suit tie or your pants sagging with 2 college degrees. We dealing with trauma and hell every day. We have to get together, y'all sisters, and figure out how we can pray this damn devil back to hell. I'm going to say again, all the women, get the movie, Pray the Devil Back to Hell. Then let's come back and have a conversation on what God tell y'all that you can do. Because the first black woman in Liberia became that when they was killing all the babies over there, the dictator, and they prayed him up out of there, and a black woman became the president of Liberia. That's one model. The other thing is, how do we use spiritually what Spike Lee was doing without the hustle of it? Because a lot of women use sex right now with holding the children, with holding sex. They do that now with us for our children. But it has to be a spiritual moment where black women are forcing our hand that they got to deal with our food, our children, and our relationship with them to change us and force us to sit down and quit acting a fool, because black men will pull their pants up if black women spiritually put pressure on them to do so. So it's a whole bunch of things I'm sharing, but we have to get together, look at Pray the Devil Back to Hell, black women, have coffee sips around it, ask God to give y'all some deliverance on how did those women fast and pray and get rid of dictatorship that had black children and people killing each other, and then the black woman became the head of the state. Then move strategically back to how we moved $680 billion. Walmart, Kmart, quit buying stuff at Walmart who make bullets and then go protest Chucks who's sell the gun, and you bought the bullets at Walmart that go into Chuck's gun shop gun.
Wow.
It's called funding your own demise. Funding your own demise.
That's what we've been doing. Well, you've got some folks that are fired up by what you said, and we're going to the after the break and hear from our Monday host, Zelda Speaks, on how to use Mother's Day programs violence. We can actually organize a movement. Things that you mentioned, they are all doable. We need to talk to each other. Women need to talk to each other. You've got some folks on the line. You've got, we got Margot and Kofi coming after the break, and your host at this issue. And as we said, they date back to the 1800s, where after the Civil War, so many mothers lost sons in the northern and southern states over the issue of slavery. And that racism issue is still part of what, and we've got so many other things that create undercurrents of violence, whether it's gang warfare, all of you, and so much that is economic violence. And as Reevan has said, we plan our own demise in many ways because of the way we spend our money. So we have to talk to each other and see what we to create a movement, just as those earlier mothers did in stopping the war and healing the men who were on both sides that lost their lives. We'll find a way to unify this struggle against violence in a way that mothers came together to end violence in the past. And that original play, Greek play, Lysistrata, struggle, Greek play that Spike Lee took his show, his movie Chirac from, and the character, her name was actually Lysistrata. So the idea is women holding the key to men choosing to stop violence between each other. Can we understand the spirit behind it, and can we actually make it manifest so that we can make our world a better place? Take a break. And those who are listening online and want to join this conversation, give us a call, 515-605-9251. When you're ready to speak, we'll come to you and open your mic, and we'll be back. And the viewboard now, that is press 1. Just hold on, and we'll be right back with Zelda Speaks. Higher Learning with Zelda Speaks. A mindful day. So hold on. We'll be right back.
Do you want to live in a world without war? Join our global peace movement. Heavenly Culture World Peace Restoration of Light transcends culture, religion, ideology, and other boundaries to achieve peaceful harmony in the global society. HWPL is committed to bringing world peace and cessation of war through peaceful dialogue between religious groups. I am Director Shin-Suk Kim of the HWPL Chicago branch of North America. Join us for our next gathering. Call 773-580-1501 and be a part of the movement for world peace. Email us at chicagohwpl@gmail.com.
Hi, this is John Alexander.
And I'm Naima Latif. Meet people like you who are making a positive difference in the world.
Big difference.
Watch us every day on The Media Connection at www.youtube.com/The Media Connection TV.
YouTube it. We'll see you soon.
There are people who choose to make a positive difference in the world. Our job is to bring you their stories to motivate you to do the same. Join us each week, host John Alexander and Naima Latif, as we bring you the educators, entertainers, elected officials, religious leaders, and community activists whose works are transforming this world. Find out how you can make a difference too. Be inspired. Watch The Media Connection. Mondays at 5 p.m. and Tuesdays at 12 noon on Cable TV, Channel 19 in Chicago. And other cities, check your local cable listings.
Are you constantly arguing with your spouse? Are your children misbehaving and acting out? Is someone in your family abusing drugs? Have you been the victim of domestic violence? Are you grieving over the loss of a loved one? Let us help you restore serenity to your life. At Serenity Family Social Services, we understand that good mental health is the result of emotional well-being. Our goal is to assist you and your family in removing emotional distress and restoring harmony and balance to your lives. We offer individual, couples, and family counseling. I'm Howard Williams, CEO of Serenity Family Social Services. Call us today at 312-315-4820. That's 312-315-4820.
What happens when a group of people are kidnapped from their homes, smuggled away in chains, and held captive in a foreign land where they are tortured, raped, and forced to perform hard labor by the lash of a whip and under the constant threat of death? Slavery, the African American psychic trauma. What happened to the doctors, writers, scientists, builders, educators, and spiritual leaders from Africa's golden age? Who did they really capture and sell into slavery? Are all African Americans suffering from psychic trauma because of a conspiracy to hide their true identities? Do you have psychic trauma? Take the test on page 22 of the book and see. Order it online today at www.naimalatif.com. That's www.naimalatif.com, and get your personally autographed copy of the book, Slavery, the African American Psychic Trauma.
Grand rising and good morning to you. And thank you so much for joining me this morning on The Female Solution, Higher Learning with Zelda Speaks. Welcome to your Monday morning mindfulness to start your week off with the mindfulness stress relief session. And a very special thank you and appreciation to our executive producer, Naima Latif, for starting the day off with the history of how, the purpose of Mother's Day. and how we can continue the legacy. And also a special thank you to her special guest who has shared with us a rather unorthodox solution that I think, and I'm sure I'm not alone, that would solve some of the issues, many of the issues that we have. And I hope that he's still on the line and will continue to comment and take questions from our listening audience this morning. And as you know, today's topic is Mother's Day training, how we can use the same programming to make this world a better place to live, because that's what the Female Solution is all about, changing the world the way it is to the way it should be, one person at a time. And we cannot wait for the government, our elected officials, those who make laws, the lobbyists, to make a change. All change begins one person at a time, and it all begins on the inside. This is an inside job. We cannot wait on the world to do what we need to do. If you're listening online this morning and you'd like to share your comments or suggestions, please feel free to give us a call at 515-605-9325. If you're listening or watching on Facebook or Instagram or Twitter, the handle there is at Zelda Speaks. And as always, we always have a little trivia for you if you'd like to win the prizes of how to relieve stress. We have a 21-day stress relief home practice manual, or the innovative mindfulness breakthrough system, which is an audio program. If you listen to the trivia, which is today's subject, I've already told, if you can tell me what today's subject is, then you can possibly win that prize. And do keep in mind, we're always looking for health ambassadors. If you want to make money helping people with diabetes, to reverse diabetes. If you've been listening to the show, you know my story. I've reversed diabetes, and I can show others how to do the same. Simply go to diabeticdonut.com, and you can also email me at zeldaspeaks.com. If you go to the page, you'll see a box there where you can insert your name. We're also looking for people who like to shop. Everybody likes to shop, but why not shop with someone else's money? You can learn how to make money on Amazon. One of the things that we've done is to help for-profits and nonprofits. We've helped the Higher Learning Network, which I help produce that TV show. It comes on Tuesdays at 6 and Wednesdays at 1 p.m. on Channel 19, and you can always go to higherlearningnetwork.org and click on TV to see the most recently updated shows. And that brings us to the topic of the day, which is Mother's Day training. And we will be going to the phone line to get your comments and thoughts and suggestions. But before we do that, we must go to our spiritual reading. And even though yesterday was Mother's Day, every day is Mother's Day, because every day in the world and the planet there is a mother somewhere sharing love and being responsible for her, not only her family, but her community as well. So today's inspirational reading is taken from Inspirational Conversations with Shalom with Yisrael, a.k.a. Zelda Speaks, and it's taken from May 12th, Mother's Day. And it says, Mother's Day, Mother's Say, Mother's Way, Mother's Wit, Mother's Fit, Mother's Fish, Mother's Push, Mother's Plan, Mother's Burn, Mother's Ban, Mother's Sing, Mother's Sigh, Mother's Kiss, Mothers cry. Mothers scream. Mothers dream. Mother's mess. Mother's dress. Mother's hat. Mother's fat. Yes, mother is all that. Oh, but there's nothing better than mother's love. Do something really outrageous this weekend and have an old-fashioned Mother's Day by asking Mom what she wants that can't be purchased from the department store. Happy Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day to the mothers and the guardians. If no one told you or you didn't feel love, we here at the Female Solution salute you for the work that you've done that no one has given you credit for, and just know that the creator of this universe is watching. Karma, that you don't get credit for the deeds that you do because you are being watched. And know that, and feel that, and trust that all the good that you do will continue to be recognized even though the world may not recognize it. And have a new attitude about it, because without you, there is no us. And speaking of a new attitude, if you did not get a chance to see a new attitude with Patti LaBelle, it is now playing at the Black Ensemble Theater, written and directed by Reuben D. Eccles. And let me tell you, I've had a conversation with a very close friend, and we always argue back and forth about who the greatest is. And I'm sorry, I love me some Shaka Khan. I love Patti LaBelle, but I just love Shaka Khan. And I know Patti LaBelle has been on the scene a little bit longer, and kudos to Miss Patti. And yesterday, I had an epiphany. If there had not been a Patti LaBelle, there may not be a Shaka Khan. So I have to go along with that. The young lady who portrayed Patti LaBelle, actually there were two of them. The first one was Sharice Thomas, who played the younger Patti LaBelle. Her name is Patsy. And the older Patti, her name is Dawn Bless. And if you were there yesterday at the Black Ensemble Theater, which is 4400 North Clark Street, 4450 North Clark Street, if you'd like to give them a call. Their number is 773-769-4451, or go to the website blackensembletheater.org, right there at, Clark and Sunnyside. And the reason why I think it's imperative that we see this play is because you learn a lot of things about Patti that you do not know. So you can see why Miss Patti is the way she is. And Miss Patti is a mother. She has a son named Zuri. And Patti is not only a mother to the entertainment world, but Patti is a mother to all of us, whether we know it or not. And when you see the play, you'll understand it. So tell 300 or 400 of your closest friends to get their tickets now, because people were there when we were leaving getting tickets, and they were sold out for that day. But other tickets are available. So if you get a chance, also go to my Facebook page, Zelda Speaks. You'll see I did a couple with the cast and the crew and intermission. I was sitting next to my old colleague from Gospel Radio 1390, Richard Steele. I accidentally called him Richard McGee, and he corrected me very quickly. But I just had to share that with you. Now it's time for our morning meditation. If you have not had a moment to get quiet and still yourself, let us begin this morning meditation with closing our eyes and removing anything from our lap, feet flat on the floor, sitting up straight, giving thanks for the breath that we breathe, knowing that all really is well in our world despite appearances. we close our eyes, let us remind ourselves that the breath that we breathe is temporary. Everything in life is temporary. And as we begin the process, let us give thanks for the breath that we breathe, because someone somewhere cannot breathe on their own. They need help, or they didn't wake up this morning at all. So the fact that you still have breath is a sign that you have more work to do. So as we begin this breathing process, we will count to ourselves to the count of 6. Inhale deeply, hold it, and release it to the count of 6 as well. Okay? So let us let us begin together. Inhale deeply. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold it. And exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale deeply. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold it. And exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale deeply. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold it. And exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now continue counting to yourself. And every time you inhale, you should feel your chest inflate. And as you exhale, you should feel your chest deflate. As you continue breathing, counting, holding, and exhaling, focusing on the breath, you give thanks for each and every breath that you take. Each breath, uninterrupted, is a good sign. It's a sign that the universe has faith in you to do the work that you have been destined to do. Each breath that you inhale is a sure sign that you are sending positive thoughts and energy to each and every organ of your body that really appreciates the focus and the time and the energy that you are giving it, because it cannot do it alone. It needs your help. Inhale deeply. And as you inhale and give thanks for the breath, you release, let go, and let God. And remember, every time that you inhale, you are giving life to the liver, to the lungs, to the throat, to the colon, which is the center where all disease begins. And remember to breathe, giving life to the colon, because when the colon is clear, the mind is clear. If there's congestion in the body, there's a very good chance that there's congestion in the colon. As a reminder for yourself today to remember to drink more alkaline water today. Not have alkaline water. Take a deep breath. What? What's alkaline water? Take a deep breath. Inhale deeply. Hold it. And exhale. Simply putting a few drops or a half of a lemon in your water, which automatically makes it alkaline. Praise God. Inhale deeply, knowing that the water that you drink every day replenishes the body, keeps the organs moving and flowing smoothly so that you can go about your day to do the work that you have been commissioned to do. The work of raising your consciousness, the consciousness of your family, the consciousness of your community. Every single breath that you take makes a difference. Inhale deeply.
Hold it and release it, letting go and letting God be in control of that which you are not, for that which you are having trouble with. Continue to inhale deeply and hold it, letting go and letting God. We are in control of nothing but the breath, and that is only temporary. As you give thanks, continue to give thanks for the breath, knowing that you are at the right place at the right time, spending quality time with self. Because as the day progresses, continue breathing deeply. Know that something, someone, somewhere will try their very best to get under your skin, to irritate you, to take you off of your path, to change your focus. Inhale deeply. Hold it. And focus on the breath. Feel your chest deflate as you exhale. Inhale deeply as you continue focusing on the breath, knowing that you are at the right place at the right time. Inhale deeply, inhaling all of the good that is in store for you this day and holding it and releasing all the negativity from the stomach, from the spleen, from the back, from the spine. Inhale deeply, inhale deeply. Hold it and release all negativity from head to toe. Visualize your body as the light that it is, and you see the light that is vibrating from the top of your head, tingling through out the head, the eyes, the ears, the nose. Inhale deeply as the light continues to move throughout the upper body, the neck, shoulders, the arms, the core, the center of your being, your hips. Inhale deeply. Hold it. And exhale, releasing all the energy down through the legs, the thighs, the buttocks, the knees, the calves, the ankles, the feet, the toes. Inhale deeply, bringing the light of love and harmony and peace in with each breath as you hold it. And exhale, releasing all negativity, all thoughts of lack, limitation, confusion, fear, doubt, anger. And as you take this long inhale deeply and hold it, and as you exhale, bring your head forward, chin to chest, and slowly begin to rotate your head to the left and slow down. You're moving way too fast. Slowly bringing your head around to the back. Slowly, slowly, slowly. Around to the right. Slowly, slowly, slowly. Slowly around to the front, chin to chest. And reversing your head, bringing your head around to the right. Slowly, slowly, slowly bringing it around to the back. Just be reaching the back. And now over to the left, slowly, slow down, slowly, so that you can feel the increments. You might even feel a little pop in the neck, and it's okay. It's just air. Slowly bringing the head around to the front, chin to chest, head up, take a long, deep breath, and exhale. as you can take the head, and back to the front, around to the right. Inhale deeply. Hold it. And exhale. Giving thanks for this experience and knowing that this is a breathing exercise that you can practice any time of the day, preferably in a closed room where it's quiet, and if not, wherever you are is fine, as long as you continue to focus on the breath, closing out all stimuli around you. Do not be concerned that people will think that you're crazy, because guess what? They already do think you're crazy. And people have a tendency to stay away from crazy people, so it's okay. So practice that breathing exercise. And when people come into your being and interrupt your personal space, and you need this practice available to you, just remember to breathe. Just take a long, deep breath. And when you begin to breathe like that, people may think twice before they approach you. And if they don't, I hope you have some garlic or some onion around, and you've taken that, and you breathe not through the nose but through the mouth, and breathe on them, and they may leave you alone. And if they don't, you just keep breathing, because it is your breathing that will allow you the opportunity to be focused. And if you'd like more opportunities to breathe or practice your breathing and see those who benefit from breathing, I encourage you to go to my YouTube page. Go to YouTube and type in Zelda Speaks Mindfulness, and you'll get a chance to see more breathing techniques and more opportunities to be one with the one. And it's coming up on the 8 o'clock hour. I know you have comments and questions this morning, and I have a list of affirmations that I want to share with you to help make your day better. It's Monday morning mindfulness on the Female Solution, and we're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we are going to take your calls, comments, and suggestions. You can call us at 515-605-9325, and we will take Revan, who is on 9644, and Brother Kofi on 5756. So stay close, and we'll be right back. And thank you for listening this morning on the Female Solution.
We have an opportunity to transform the whole global society in the next 50 years. 50 years from now, the earth will be populated by a new generation of adults, many of whom are yet unborn. Our mission is to nurture them in childhood with love, guidance, and protection, and to raise them in healthy, happy families. If we impart values of compassion, generosity, and respect for fellow human beings in the next generation of children, they will create a world where people can live together in peace. This is our goal. Be a part of the transformation. Get your copy of the book, The Female Solution. Go to www.naimalatif.com. That's www.naimalatif.com.
Hi, this is Beata, your holistic life coach. Every Friday morning, I'm on the Female Solution. I'm also blogging live every Sunday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Soul Purpose Healing, where I help you get back into alignment with the Creator's love, compassion, and wisdom. On Sunday, you can call in at 215-383-5863 or go to www.blogtalkradio.com/soulpurposehealing. When I'm not doing spiritual adjustments on Blog Talk Radio, I'm helping clients reduce the stress in their lives with EFT, essential oils, and cost-saving health plans like Ameriplan. Ameriplan is a better way to save money on your health care expenses. There is more information on how to contact me at www.yourholisticlifecoach.com. Till then, stay in joy.
Do you need to borrow money to buy or fix a house? Call Spartan Holdings, LLC, Real Estate Investment and Consulting. We'll help you build your individual and corporate credit so you can get the money you need to pay for whatever you want, from home improvement to business equipment. I'm John Worthy, CEO of Spartan Holdings, LLC, a veteran-owned business. Call us at 773-869-5805. Again, that's 773-869-5805. Or you can reach me via email at SpartanHoldingsLLC, the number 64, at gmail.com. Thanks.
Are you having challenges with your 2-year-old who has suddenly discovered they have a free will and has learned to tell you no? Are you having challenges with your 8-year-old who has suddenly learned how to tell untruths in order to avoid punishment? Are you having challenges with your 13-year-old who has suddenly realized that they know everything and you know nothing? Parenting is a challenge. Our children are here to learn and grow in understanding so that they can reach their highest creative potential and contribute to a new world of peace and harmony. To do our part as their teachers and protectors takes wisdom, patience, and skill. Join me, Naima Latif, and facilitator Mark Shahid on the Parenting and Family Reconstruction Learning Lab every Thursday, 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. Central Time on American Muslim 360 Blog Talk Radio. Tune in at www.blogtalkradio.com/American Muslim 360. Call in with your questions at 515-605-9891. That's 515-605-9891. Spare the rod. Love the child.
Are you ready to take charge of your health? Hi, this is Beata, your holistic life coach, and I'll be joining the Female Solution family every Friday morning to assist you in your journey to abundant health. Together, we can reduce the stress, which most health professionals agree is a major contributor to disease. Every Friday, I'll be sharing the knowledge I've gained from over 20 years in the holistic health field. The word holistic simply means taking into consideration mind, body, and spirit to balance and heal your human self. I am truly excited to be able to serve you on the Female Solution.
And thank you for joining us back here on the Female Solution, How You're Learning with Zelda Speaks. And if you would like to join the conversation this morning, please feel free to do so at 515-605-9325 and press 1 to speak so that we can open your mic. If you're listening online on social media, it's at Zelda Speaks. As we go to the caller line, Brother Reven is on from the National Black Agenda. Thank you so much for joining us this morning, Brother Reven.
Well, thank you, Sister Zelda, and the history that you have, legacy of communication also. I appreciate you.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you for appreciating me. We need to appreciate each other more. I agree. I loved your comment. I loved your comment in the first half hour about women, and especially given the history of and how women have more control than we ever know if we redirect those dollars and stop giving our money
considered the great connector. And I'm also the ambassador at large to speak for Dr. Webb Evans United Black Progress Association, Mr. Ahim Anton. Dr. Webb Evans, the godfather of, it's just simple, buy black, love black, give black. That was his legacy, 101 years old, 50 years. He marched in every civil rights march since 1941. And his thing was the biggest march that you can do is march your money to a black man or a black woman's hand. That is the first march we need to do. And to this day, 101 years later, it's proven to be so since the Trump system. And I believe the way you trump Trump is buy black. The way you trump Trump is buy black. And redirect that $1.3 trillion buying power, take a percentage of that and put it in black businesses, and we'll see some jobs created for young men and women. We want them black teachers that stepped out of that system, 300 of them were 5 black. Don't go back to a racist system that's kicking out. There won't be any jobs for young people. All those black teachers need to come together, do homeschool at somebody's church, write a grant, or put the all qualified principals, educate the best of the best teachers we have, and take that same conversation of the institution that put them out, which is Walmart, Kmart, Macy's, and everywhere they buy their purses, which is going to CPS, and pull together and have a conversation with all those industries and say, we're black women, we control $680 billion. We're looking at doing an institution. We want you to fund this at this level, and then we pull our money. So we match them. We have them come in as corporate, which they're doing anyway, and we take that $680 billion, redirect it, build child care, build schools and institutions. Nobody's going to turn the black woman down with $680 billion buying power. Everything the black woman.
To say that and for someone to hear it, because most of us don't know we have that power. We're just out here spending money. And the sad part about it is we're not investing it. It is anything. People used to talk about a pastor who has moved on, very flamboyant. His name was Reverend Ike. And they talked about Reverend Ike, but Reverend Ike was before his time, and he would always say that people have got to learn how to invest their dollars. And we as women don't realize that we are investing in someone else's dream when we walk around with the designer purse, shoes, nails, hair. We are helping another nation of people become wealthy because we're investing in their dream, because we believe in the dream that we've been sold, that in order to be happy, healthy, whole, and complete, we need to look a certain way, dress a certain way, drive a certain car, live in a certain place, vacation at a certain place. So these are the kinds of things that keep us entrapped. But once we learn the truth, that we can take those dollars and invest them and do the things that you just said, it makes all the difference in the world.
And you know what's the good thing about it, you don't need all black women. We need about 20% of y'all, remember the Mata brother, Ken Bridges, who was killed, who went to the Wharton School of Business, him and Al, them guys did the Million Man March study, Million Woman March, worked with Pride with Mr. Farrakhan. And they found out after all those marches that 20% of us wanted to buy black and do black. So we don't need but 20% of the people that's conscious to start a trend to move the other 80. But we got to get that spiritual, powerful, conscious 20 to move. So we're not looking for everybody. So what if we just look at this scenario? And I want to talk to you and some of the sisters at some point. This ain't something I'm just talking to ladies about. So as I talk, keep your pen moving, because I'm going to give solutions on how to stop black crime in the black community. This is real. It's real. But we got to get together. I've been working on it for about 20 years in the conversation, been talking about it, and it's time to sit down. If we take $680 billion buying power, just say, for instance, yesterday they mixed Mother's Day with pink breast cancer, which I think they should have been separate. That's just a money-driving conversation. But what if the black woman who dealt with breast cancer on pink, who actually, when y'all get through buying pink, black women made black pink. They bought ribbons, they bought water, they bought sweatsuits, even purple was black. But just what if we did the red, black, and green /pink ribbon? Red, black, and green /pink ribbon. and that pink represents the mother's breast. So if your baby been getting killed, why not redirect your money on red, black, and green / pink to save the baby that come off the breast that we have no problem with that we say is bad? What if we went into Walmart, Kmart with bottled water, trinkets, manufactured T-shirts and say, we black women with $680 billion, we want to be on the shelf with water, pop, not water, juice, trinkets, T-shirts manufactured by us. And every time somebody buys red, black, and green button / pink with the water on the water, the trinkets, the T-shirt, part of that proceeds go to the Black-owned credit union on 54th and Wentworth, where we create our own credit union that if black women woke up tomorrow and went down to credit union and put their money in that bank, it's a bank that we own and control. The Southside Federal Credit Union is black-owned. We control it. If you're a member, you own it. Just imagine taking half of that $680 billion, swing it to a black-owned bank. We put our products on the shelf where it's red, black, and green / pink in the middle, and everybody that bears a button, a T-shirt, we send it to the bank and have that. We have one of them is a non-for-profit where you fill out grants and proposals with a board of directors that know about non-for-profit and giving out money. What about that business money department where so each one of those deposits goes to either start a non-for-profit where we're lending on our own, the other becomes a mini micro lending for small business. Now we're redirecting $680 billion buying power. Black women and us own our own bank. We going into the stores every time somebody go buy a gallon of water with the pink sign on it, T-shirts, that proceeds go back to our own bank, and we start distributing money to our people and change the buy black, love black, give black. It's Shatosa, Oklahoma, not Chirac.
Amen. We've got another caller at 6030, and you're breaking up a lot. I don't know if you can switch phones or move to another move to another area. You are breaking up, and I heard bits and pieces
I'm sorry,
of what you said. So.
I can hear it in my phone call too. Is this better? Ooh,
and while you're doing that, let's take another caller at 6030. Good morning, Grand Rising, and thank you for joining us on the Female Solution. 6030, and we've also got another caller at 9677.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. What's your name? Yes, what's your name?
This is Chantal Grant. How are you?
What's your name?
Can you hear me? Chantal Grant.
Say your name again.
Chantal Grant.
Chantal Grant. Good morning, Chantal Grant. Thank you for joining us on the Female Solution. What's your comment or suggestion? Question or comment?
Yes. My comment would be to Mr. Reed, as far as the buying power. As women, do you feel that we are the organizers within the community to be able to make that happen, or should the whole community come together as a whole and start with the black banks and things like that? Because they kind of got cut off, so I'm not sure if you said the whole community or just black women, period.
Can you hear me better now?
No, you're still goggled.
I probably should hang up and call back, maybe.
Yeah, hang up and call back, please.
All right, let me do that.
And while we're waiting on him to call back, maybe we could take another caller that is on the line. Caller 9677. Thank you for joining us this morning on the Higher Learning with Zelda Speaks on the Female Solution, your Monday morning mindfulness. If you'd like to call or comment, the number is 515-605-9325, and we are talking about what you as an individual can do to make this planet a better place, because we have the power. We just don't realize we have the power. And every day that we go and spend money in the community not investing it, and I don't mean putting your money in a 401k or a money market. Invest in where you shop. Every day that you put money in a place where you shop and you do not get a return on that investment, that means that money goes out of your community and into another community. You are making someone else wealthy. You are not turning the dollar over in your community just as other nationalities do. You are not.
Back on if you want to call on them now. 60330 is back.
Yes, please bring on the caller that we have. 6030, good friend Raj, thanks for joining us.
Zelda.
What's your name?
This is Miss Joanne. Miss Zelda, how are you?
Wonderful. Thank you for joining us, Minister Joanne. What's your comment or question or comment?
I just want to say we have to start individually and at home. Like I made one suggestion to my church that people would save $1 a day. $1 a day. That's just to start discipline. That way, if you save $1 a day, let's say in a month, if you just self-discipline yourself not to buy little junk and everything, just save $1 a day. That starts the discipline. Thank you.
Oh, great idea. Thank you so much
Zelda,
for calling.
can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you now. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So let me go back to Sister Chantel, which is a young sister that I've been mentoring, and she's an entrepreneur, and she's moving real good. It has to, the black women, the reason why the $680 billion, because women, either head of household or even if a man is in the household, they do all the shopping and buying and managing bills and money and control the economics of that household, of whether it be a two-parent home or one-parent home. So somehow God has delivered the black woman. My mother made $5, $15, $20, and $100, $20, $400. Black women have the ability to take money that's zero and move it to the next place that need to feed, clothe their children and families, and provide a roof over the head. So we got more than $680 billion. So her answer is it starts with the women, because first mother, first teacher, that is where the training comes from, the mothers. So it has to be if black women wake up in the morning and start moving, just like the sister said, but it has to be a little bigger than $1 at home. So black women need to plug into the blackmall.com. We in emergency. Sister Cassiopeia, the Black Mall, 1,000 products you can buy online, redirecting our money. We can do that right now today. Every day, if you need to go to blackmall.com and buy a product, black man's toilet paper, tissue, paper towel, everything that you need is 1,000 black businesses on there to buy. Also, the National Block Club University with Cyron Smith. There's a system called the 7 Days of Healthy Living, Monday through Saturday. 7 days a week of healthy, different things you can do. Health Day, Buy Black Wednesday. So what we did, we came up and Sister said discipline. What if we know people buy black every day, but those who don't like black people buy on Wednesday if you don't never buy at all. So what if everybody in the Chicago, across the country, every block club and neighborhood, every Wednesday you bought something at a black business, and every time you see somebody, you ask them, last month, what for Wednesday did you buy black? We're all obligated to talk to each other. Hey, man, where you shop last month? Did you do your for? What's your for? And when they give you that for, there's going to be a business that you didn't know about, and now you become a walking referral of a business. Man, where do you get those shoes at, girl? Such and such. It's black-owned business. Where you get that tie, brother? Such and such. It's a black-owned business. So we become what's your for, and you can't have the same for in the same household. Everybody's business at least 4 times a month. That's the first discipline. Then those who buy black 7 days a week, 365. And just imagine everywhere in the United States that we're all buying black on Wednesday become a stimulus package for a person trying to pay their rent, selling stuff on the porch. Becomes a business that know they might be behind in their light bill or getting a bill plate on Wednesday. They know black people coming. Here we come. We coming every Wednesday. Then if you really get good at and discipline, you 365. You 7 days a week. You bust a move on Monday. You money mobbing on Tuesday. So we got to start a system that I think that could work. But some of the things I want to talk to you ladies about to be able to implement, but it has to stop with the first mother, first teacher. This is the year, 2015, the UN claimed that the black woman's condition of pain, suffering, and being beaten and being put in slaves, they recognize it. Now, still, it's time to move now, black women, with that money and recognize that pain. And yesterday, Mother's Day, is to take that $680 billion and save your children while I work on these boys, work on myself. They're trying to kill us. But it's a simple thing to do. Just move your money to somebody black or somebody black's hand, and we'll change this in the morning, I guarantee you.
Amen. What was that? What were the websites again? The black.
Theblackmall.com, Sister Cassiopeia, and there's over 1,000 business you can buy online. Toilet paper, jewelry, anything manufactured black. And then you can all look up the National Block Club University.org or .com, and you can look at the 7 principles of living, healthy living. And also, Sister Zelda, come August, it's the 15th anniversary of National Black Business Month. Most people don't know that. There's a legal 31 days of buying black. We have also been instrumental in getting it recognized in Springfield with State Representative Sean K. Ford as Dr. Webb Evans, Buy Black, Love Black, Give Black Month. So it's National Black Business Month in honor of Dr. Webb Evans. So 31 days, even though you've been doing it every day, 31 days, we should be buying black, loving black, giving black. And at the end of that month, we should be looking at our receipts and see we just spent $1 trillion of black people all over the city of Chicago.
Hallelujah, Yahweh. If that is not the solution, I don't know what is. Those websites, again, are Black Mall,
The Black Mall.
The Black Mall.
Mm-hmm. And the other one is the National Block Club University, the .org or .com, and look for the 7 days of healthy living habits. And so what we have to do is come up, and she said a key, a disciplined structure. So Monday is safety day, Tuesday is health day, Wednesday, and in that process on Fridays we check on a senior. So this is a 7-day principles that we don't never get together and agree on everything in one room. We just got too many isms, too many Baptist, Methodist, Pentecostal, all this. We can at least agree on 7 principles that we practice every day spiritually. Even if I don't like you, I know you're going to buy black on Wednesday. That's good. But on Friday, we check on our seniors. And I give a shout to Senior Votes Matter, hashtag my girl Clara Hubbard with the Senior Talk Radio. Every Friday, we're teaching our children and family, check on the senior, take them to get groceries, take them to pay some bills, don't rob them. Then that way, Miss Johnson won't be sitting in the house dead for 4 weeks and somebody found out she was dead in the cat. She didn't answer no, because every Friday we're checking on her to get her to the store safely, to buy her groceries, to make sure her bills are paid, and so forth. So every Wednesday we buy black. On Tuesday, we dealing with safety day. You should be talking about safety principles, teaching your kids on Wednesday how to bank. So all those are systematic things that I want to sit down with your sisters, and we can use that as a model to change the paradigm shift of our black community. But at the end of the day, first mother, first teacher, from Egypt to slavery to Fantasia, couldn't read, won America from Egypt to slavery to all the way to Harriet Tubman. You're talking about finna be on a $20 bill, all the way to Oprah Winfrey, Michelle Obama, all the way to Sister Beyonce. God and all the great black women, and still y'all rise, going through bad husbands, bad boyfriends, bad children, and y'all got PhDs, got master degrees, and still y'all rise. It's the year the black woman won $680 billion buying power. Just redirect that money and watch what God do.
Ooh, we praise God, because and I'm just honored that a brother would come and tell women that, because that doesn't happen all the time. And for you to speak truth like that, and for the sisters to hear it, and for women all over the world to hear it, to know that it's possible. We have an amount of power that we don't even know how to use, and you are giving us a template on how to use that power and to make that not the world just better for women, but for the community, for children, for the family at large. How powerful is that? If you're listening online this morning, or if you just joined us on the, Female Solution, Higher Learning with Zelda Speaks, our very special guest today is from the National Black Agenda, Brother Reven, who is giving it to us straight, no chasing. If you would like to comment and share in the conversation this morning, please call in at 515-605-9325 to join the conversation. And when we come back from this commercial break, you will have your chance to do just that. If you're listening or watching on social media at Zelda Speaks on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, we'd love to hear your comments and suggestions as well. And we welcome you back to Monday Morning Mindfulness to start your week off with mindfulness stress relief sessions on practical tips and techniques that you can use to make your life better and that of your kids. So stay with us, Brother Reven, and we will be right back. And thanks for listening.
Hi, I'm Naima Latif, executive producer of the Female Solution radio show. We are now a part of the online network of associated internet radio hosts, On Air. On Air is a fantastic global guide to uplifting and enlightening online shows spanning all 7 continents. We are global transformers, changing the world from the way it is to the way it should be. You can participate in a conversation anywhere in the world with just a tap on your cell phone. Just go to onaireverywhere.com and tap the lines in the upper right-hand corner to get the days of the week. Tap the day of the week, then scroll down to your favorite host and tap the link to hear the show online. Or tap the phone number to call in and participate in the discussion. It's that simple. Go to onaireverywhere.com on your cell phone and hear the good news about our changing world from the global transformers. We're on air everywhere, online all the time.
Hi, this is Maika, and I want you to join me every Thursday, 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. And let's talk about it. There are so many interesting things to talk about, and we have many thought-provoking discussions. We have amazing guests on the show, and you'll find real transparency, a really peaceful environment, also a healing environment as we do EFT and other healing modalities to bring ourselves into congruence and balance. It's also a child-friendly environment, and we have an open mic. All you have to do is press 1 to be heard and to say what you have to say. No fear, no fake, real truth. That's what you'll find on my show. Visit our archives at the Female Solution on Blog Talk Radio and listen to past discussions that are intriguing. Call 505-615-9325. Invite a friend and listen in, and I'll see you then on Blog Talk Radio. Let's talk about it with Maika every Thursday.
Hi, I'm Beloved, and I'll be joining the Female Solution family on Saturdays from 12 noon to 2 p.m. with a brand new show entitled Women Entrepreneurs International. Women Entrepreneurs International empowers women to be financially free by starting their own home-based business. I look forward to being with you Saturday, 12 noon. Call in 515-605-9325. We, WEI, we are the answer.
Assalamu alaikum. I'm Kareem Hamid.
And I'm Sister Manira Habil. Join us every Wednesday from 6 to 9 a.m. Central Standard Time on the Female Solution Radio Show as we, along with our host, Naima Latif and the American Muslim 360 family, discuss ways to improve our relationships with our spouses, our children, and our loved ones in order to build a stronger community.
Call in and comment at 515-605-9891 and press 1 when you're ready to speak. We want to hear your thoughts.
Assalamu alaikum.
Thank you for joining us back here on the Female Solution. Higher Learning with Zelda Speaks, your Monday morning mindfulness to relieve some of the stress in your life and things that you can do to make your life and that of your community a better place to live. And today's topic is Mother's Day training, how we can use Mother's Day as a prime example of what we can do to lead this world of dire straits that we're in a better place, get a better place for all of us to live. And we're talking to our very special guest of the National Black Agenda, Brother Reven, who gave us some websites this morning that we could use in order to make this a reality. And the first one is, because we in radio we have a tendency to talk very fast, so I say it again so that those who are listening can have a chance to grab a pen and write it down. The first one is the blackmall.com. Brother Reven, are you still with us this morning? If you have not had a chance,
yes, I'm here. I'm here, sir.
Okay, I gave them the blackmall.com, and if you could repeat the next one.
It's the THE, the Black Mall. THE, the blackmall.com.
Mm-hmm. And the second one, the national organization.
The National Block Club University.org or .com, I forget which one, but National Block Club University. And that gives us
Are you saying
7
block,
days.
BLOCK?
Yes, National Block Club University, yes, ma'am. And it's not just a block club; it's a systematic program. Cyron was in the military, so it's strategically put together from not just making hot dogs and jungle gyms and putting yellow tape. And please stop doing block clubs with yellow tape like it's a murder scene. Stop it! That's we got to be about real block club organizing. So there's 7 days of healthy living practices. That's get to know your neighbor. It knows how many churches in the community. So it's a full military concept structure. Because another thing, we cannot fight this problem, which is a military problem with the guns and weapons, with civilian thinking without military thinking veterans and people who have been athletes and so forth. So we have to really get out with our people to deal with this situation because it's very unique. But it's just like being in Afghanistan, and when you got civilian people who love God, I ask, who's going to stop the shooter? And so we don't advocate hurting our brothers and sisters. That's not no mean. But let's be clear, if that brother at the Waffle Place had to grab the killer shooter, a lot of more people got killed. So we need to be more intentional, strategic. And I tell people, I want to share everybody, this is not Mr. Reading Fellows. Most people know me. I'm not trying to have a good feel-good moment, and y'all like what I say. I got enough friends. I got a reputation. So don't get caught up in the emotional, because don't confuse my confidence with arrogance.
And you hit the nail on the head when you said don't get caught up in the emotion, because emotions are the base in which many of us make decisions that are not of our best interest. That's one thing that I can say about the male species, because as women, we are truly emotional. And I don't know if it's in the DNA or it's in the training or both, but men have a tendency to use their logic just a little bit more than the feminine spirit does, in my experience. So I don't want to have the sisters coming at me arguing.
You're on point. You're right on point, and it's a balance. See, we're at a point now. Another piece I want to share with the sisters. Judges in the Bible. That's a good. Women, look at your Bible and whatever you Quran, whatever. Well, I don't know which one you believe in, but this is a scenario. We're arguing whether the black woman should be behind the black man should be fighting, and whatever. We arguing about who should go first. But the book of Judges, and I don't deal with religion, I'm dealing with spirituality. So whether the story is spiritual enough to help us, I know we get caught up in all these isms and Baptist, Pentecostal, worship moves and all that, but deal with the science. In the book of Judges, it talks about when God had rose up the women because black men were not being loyal and wasn't dealing with their business. So he gave black women favor, and he gave them and anointed them into leadership position. And so at this particular time, the brother Barak was supposed to go kill these people, if I can really quote it in case you don't know. But anyway, here's a story where a brother was given an assignment to go whoop some warriors. And he had been out there too long. As you know, black men, we do a lot of procrastinating sometimes. Well, not procrastinating, trying to do too much analyzing when it should just go get it done. A lot of times women can make it more simple. So God, he sent Deborah out there to talk to the brother, find out why he hadn't fulfilled what he told him to do. And I kind of look at it like if you go tell a black man to do anything, he might fight you now. You sure can't go tell him how to kill nobody. But she had enough spiritual favor and discernment, and when she showed up, I'm sure she wasn't waving her hands, pointing fingers. Why you didn't do that? She came in that humble spirit of that Mother's Day you talking about. When you come through 9 months and come through a womb, that Mother's Day you talking about. Whenever you address a black man, touch on his feminine side, not his masculine side, because he will hurt you. He gave you that gift to deal with that man. So when she got there, she said, brother, did you handle that business? The man said he's supposed to kill somebody. So he went through the scenario. The story was, it was on a buggy. It's the buggy. They ride buggy. They got spirit. Now, he wasn't scared. He was trying to overthink it. So the sister said, what's the problem? He says, well, you know, they got the buggies and they got the spears. We not on the buggies. I got to figure out how to do this. And so the sister said, well, let me help you out, brother. Why don't you wait till it rain and go kill him? Like black women always do. They just, brother, you've been out all this time. All you had to do was wait till it rained. So I can imagine the brother sitting there saying, damn, I've been out all this time. I could have been killing people. So he was supposed to go forward. And so he said, can you go with me as we move forward? She said, no, brother, I can't do it. Come on, go with me. He was willing to say, I don't care about this, the glory. You can have the glory. Come go with me, queen, because I don't want to get stuck again and not have wisdom and knowledge from my queen. So all the black brothers talking about they don't need to go first. We need to go together and get glory that who gets it at the end of the day, we got to get that enemy.
And that's a challenge to do because everybody wants to be seen as the hero. As the person who did it, who made it happen. And those who are really making it happen are working behind the scenes. You never even hear of them. You never hear their names. You don't even know that they exist. Because like the brother that you're talking about, he did it for the sake of doing it because it had to be done by somebody. It wasn't about the glory. And when we get over
this, it's about an atonement that we don't feel that the men get in their place, the women get in their place. They are using what there is a place for a woman. There is a place. God set it up the Most High. But we're in competition, and it's independent. They didn't tell black women if you get all these degrees and get all these accolades and get all this money that you'd be lonely without your man. That was a trick in the game that they didn't tell them. Now they all got degrees, all got education, got their own car, their own hair, their own nails, got their own triple A car, got their own lawnmower, got everything. But now sometimes you look around, we ain't got our men with us. We need to have that conversation, sister. Ain't nobody's fault, but you do know it was designed to make sure your man ain't with you. We got caught in the game.
And then when you do think you have found a man, this man has several other women. The part that hurts my heart is the fact that we fight each other over a man and sitting down and having a conversation with the other sister. You see it all the time on television. I'm flipping the channel and I see Jerry Springer show, and it's like women are attacking other women. Why are you attacking each other when the conversation needs to be had with the man? But I digress. But just to make a point.
No, but this is the conversation. You can't get to that bad black and mixing money and power without the conversation. Because what we got to remember, early in the day, men had more wives because they could take care of them. It was about a dynasty and building a nation. It wasn't about sex, pimping, and hustling. They had women that agreed. In most cases, you can't have no 7, 8 wives back then unless the women agreed. He wasn't making them do nothing. The women had to agree because they'll fight that house all day, and he can't do nothing with the women. so it had to be a contract agreed upon. But I say that to say now, but we're in a situation now after being kidnapped from our motherland, and then being studied to have children to produce more slavery children to produce work, and then studying around from plantation to plantation, and then you move to the movie Claudine, where James Earl Jones wanted to come in and help the black woman. She had to hide her toaster, hide her money, hide everything. He couldn't get with her without losing benefits. So you got black men that was coming back from the Claudine era, going from house to house, having sex without responsibility, no commitment, and then getting no child support. Now they want the man to pay child support. What I'm saying to you, most black men got 2, 3 children. Most black men got a sister who boyfriend left her. He's trying to be the uncle or for that her children. Then his mama's at home. He more than lying for her. Most black men got 5 different women, whether he having sex with them or not. That needs to be a discussion.
Absolutely. And the fact that our executive producer, Naima Latif, brought that to my attention, because when I first heard her say it, I thought she was crazy. I really did. And Naima, you can chime in anytime you feel necessary. I did not have an overstanding of what it was all about. My thinking was the conditioning that I was raised with is that it's all about sex. It's not about the family as a unit and about women coming together to make the community a better place to live. I'm thinking because of the role models that I had growing up, I saw my brothers with several women, and they were not committed. Well, they were committed to one, but the other ones were just toys. So I had an issue with that.
If it's not broken down into a science on why they were doing it, because a lot of times, again, brothers, I dated a lot of women when I was doing my thing because I was trying to find Geraldine. Everybody can't be your mama, but you end up piecing women together. So you don't make it right. I'm giving you the concept of different thinking of men. You got a woman that's clean, you got a woman that looks nice, you got a woman that. So you end up trying to make your mama whole, which ain't no woman whole like your mama. That becomes another subliminal problem. So it's reasons and different reasons why brothers are dealing. But most men got 2 different children that he paying child support to one and then take care of the new one. And then a sister calling about her and his nephew who out of control. And then the mama said, come over here and fix this window. So he already chopped up. And then if you lock up all our sperm cells in jail, you put all these brothers out of work, and then a whole group of brothers turn into homosexual, dealing with whatever alternative lifestyle. Now you can force the hand. It's 20 to 1 women in some cases. So nature is going to push on the issue when it comes to that, where you got women not turning to women, and men trying to have all the women in the world because the numbers so high. So we're in a dysfunctional situation, but it goes back to Sister Naima when a group of people got captive.
And the truth is that this system was in place long before we were even born. And it has been working for hundreds of years, and it's going to take a while before we can unravel the consciousness that currently exists, because it wasn't done in a day. It was done over a period of hundreds of years. and we talk about slavery 400 years, it was 400 years before slavery. And nothing changes, until we as individuals decide to make that change. If you want something different, I say it all the time, you got to do something outrageous. Not do something different. You have to do something really outrageous that takes you out of your comfort zone and makes you uneasy.
That's the most high you talking about. That's that spiritual resurrection. But I don't think it's going to take a long time. I think we're going to wake up one night and y'all got $680 billion. We're going to wake up one night and we control $680 billion. I mean, $1.3 trillion. We're going to wake up one night and we're going to be all on one page and we're going to change it. It's going to be a paradigm shift. Our children are right where they need to be. We got to teach our tales to that next generation. I'm telling you, they equipped to change it overnight. We just got to give them wisdom, knowledge, and understanding to get out the way. They can roll. They're the best of the best. We're the best of the best. Slave trade and kidnapping. We are the best. We the Michael Jordan, the Venus Williams, the Tiger Woods. When you get through talking, if you down in tennis and can't nobody do it like the Venus sisters, it's a chance to win. Tiger's coming back, it's a chance to win. At the end of the day, Harriet Tubman made 300-some trips, came back here, and went back there and got our people, came back under being with a seizure. The woman was born with a seizure, and now she on a $20 bill. From slavery to freedom to the $20 bill in America. That's God. We just started voting not too long ago. That's God. That's power. It's time for the black man and black woman to stand up.
All right now, and we've got another black man on the line, 9677. Oh, Naima.
We got Kofi and Minister Plum on, and they've been holding. But, Reuben said something really significant. If they recognize it, can maybe understand what drives them. Men look for, because just like women look for their fathers. When you look for the opposite sex parent as a whole, a lot of what happens with men, they're looking for that mother, and they see part of it, and the imbalance of the numbers of available men and women. You know, like just a lot of random womanizing. But if we could just look at, and I always call it animal kingdom, they make adjustments based on the numbers, male to female, how to form family groups. We lost the understanding to form a family. And so, like Reuben was saying, the women agree. The women are forming the family. The women are the children and mothering each other's children. It's not about sex. It's about mothering. And just like you started this whole conversation, sister, if the mother gets say our purpose is to protect our children, then rather than us focus on, I don't want a woman having sex with my man, focus on with your children. How can you help me with mine so that our children grow up as brothers and sisters? And I believe it can be done in nation. That's why we always say 50 years from now, this earth will be populated by a new generation of adults, many of whom are yet unborn. Our mission is to nurture them in childhood with love, guidance, and protection so they can live together in peace. We can do this. And all we got to do is talk to our sisters right now who are right now and give them the vision, give them the plan, just like Brother Reuben talked about. We're right here. We're right here right now starting this generation. And we look up 50 years, we will have created the world we want to see. So that's the thought I like to put out there. And I guess if you can give them some time before we go off and get their thoughts.
Amen. I agree. Thank you, Sister Naima, for sharing that. Let's get those two callers on right quick. Kofi and Brother Minister Plum.
We're on y'all shalom. Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum. Walaikum salam.
Yes, all what you all just said, beloved, and we dedicated yesterday, which was happy belated Mother's Day to all of sisters, the mothers, the queens, the grandmamas, the big mamas. You know, we love it. This Brother Minister Plump, Brother Floyd Plump. And we do support, the fact that the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan dedicated a paper which was May 15, 2018, Heaven Lies at the Foot of Mother, which that is the most powerful statement that is on the planet and Earth and the universe. We did a Plump TV showcase yesterday, and we dedicated that program. And I'm going to get right off. But just to give you a little brief acronym of Plump: Peace, Love, Unity, Marketing, People. That's what the P stands for, peace, the L stands for love, the U stands for unity, the M stands for marketing, and the P stands for people. And we're going to continue to do that all throughout Chicago, America, and the world, because we are promoting also help stop the violence, robbing, stealing, and killing. God did not make no mistake. From Jesus to Muhammad to Allah, God did not make any mistakes when it comes to building up the black woman. You know, that's something that we have to lift up her, just like because Jesus, Yahshua, the Lord of the world, who most know as Jesus Christ, came from a black woman, a black mother. And we had Sister James Brown's sister on our program yesterday, Sister Karima Muhammad, and she's also known as James Brown's sister, Fanny Brown, and we have to help her. And then, too, we had Sister Empress Sharon Israel, which one of them is a Hebrew sister and another one is a Muslim sister. And then, you know, I'm like a crossbreed in the middle with also a reflection of the Christian advocates. However, we just like to invite you, Brother Reven, you know, because we fundraising for the whole community, and everything is in fundraising, organizing people and money and donations, you know, and we need all the help we can get.
Okay, Brother Plump, we got to
yes,
move
ma'am.
on. We've got one more
All
caller.
right. Thank you
so much for calling
I
this
just
morning.
want to invite you all to our program on Sundays. Thank you.
Thank you so much. We greatly appreciate
God
it. We
bless
will
you.
definitely go to the Harold Washington Foundation.org. Brother Kofi's on the line. Thank you for joining us this morning, Brother Kofi.
Yeah, good morning. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Okay. Hey, Plump, stick to the subject, man. What I'm doing right now, I'm the Kofi James, KUFI James on YouTube. I'm bringing people back to the land, bringing people back to our reservations, connecting with our black woman. That brother has a great program, but when we are looking at ourselves like we're from Africa, it never blossomed, bro. I got women all over the Colorado, New York, Georgia talking to me, knowing that they are Native people. That's why I created a Homestead Act for 218, 220 to get our land back. Okay, that's what we trying. That's the mindset. That's how you connect to the woman. That's how you connect to these brothers out here. Okay. Now y'all heard me. This is what it's all about. You got about 30 seconds. I want you to go Kofi James, KUFI James on YouTube. Connect, leave a comment, and you will see. I'm cooking. I'm showing. I'm wearing my feathers. And I'm speaking and giving y'all information on how you are a Native people. I play my music. I'm playing the drums. Kofi James, real simple. Why don't you all go ahead and make y'all YouTube page? And so I'm trying to get all of our young people and our sisters to create a page and put this information out, because I'm not going to let the division that we have not to get to our woman. Our women and men, we are at war with one another. But Jesus Christ,
not anymore.
And that power brings us back into that unity when we see each other as Native people, as Native Indian. You're not from Africa.
Gotcha. Thank you so much for calling, Brother Kofi. Brother Reven, would you like to close out, because we're about out of time here. We've got about 60 seconds.
No, I appreciate it, brother, and his wisdom. Our people come in different states, sizes, and mindsets. We really are our rabbit mind. So I move in villages the way they are. So I'm on point with you, brother. So I'm the governor of Chicago, New Black Magnificent Mile. So from Rainbow Beach to Cicero, we are starting black business, Black Wall Street. We buying up everything, 10.1 miles. We have a business center called Bob Biz Center. We're incubating business to take over. We got a young boy just bought the Regal Theater, the largest black-owned theater here, $100 million culture economic development. So I'm humble to the women, wherever we want to come, wherever we're in every ethnic group, but we got to be about our business on this melanin. I'm going to deal with it. So, brother, I appreciate you. I'm going to check that out. But we in different tribes, different villages. So I'm trying to bring the whole family together. And it's going to start with that black woman, first mother, first teacher. Whether she want to go for Africa or be on 43rd, 63rd, we got killing everywhere. So I'm asking black women to understand this. Y'all are not in competition with us. We are not in competition. Who hurts the most? We're not hurting differently. Y'all hurt different. Luther Vandross said, you love so hard, you make it hard to give it back. That's the black woman's essence. She loves so hard, there's no way a black man can catch up, because the minute we meet y'all put up our mess. Another year. Y'all do a lot of taking pain, so there'll be no way that the black man could ever catch up with your non-conditional love. Stay out the competition with him. Let's get together and make this a beautiful community. And buy black, love black, give black. It's Chatosa, Oklahoma, not Chirac.
All right, now, thank you so much for joining us. And thank you, our listening audience, for being with us here today on Higher Learning with Zelda Speaks on the Female Solution. We'll see you back here next Monday morning for your Monday morning mindfulness to start your week off with mindfulness stress relief sessions. You can reach me during the week, Zelda at zeldaspeaks.com, 312-409-6619. Be sure and check out the YouTube channel, Zelda Speaks Mindfulness. Stay on purpose, stay empowered. Stay tuned to your next mindfulness moment on Higher Learning on the Female Solution. And thanks for listening. Make it a great week. Tell somebody you love them.